me go use their ATM real quick. I'll be right back. All right. What's here? Oh. What's this dude doing?
I know you needed yet another example of back to blue till it happens to you, because you're not going to be convinced until you see one more example. And this guy, Jim Herndon, literally back to blue. I mean, he risked his life. He's put his own life on the line so that he could protect the cops from an armed assailant in his store. And what did he get for his trouble? The thin blue line boot to his head. Well, more specifically, a rifle stock to his head. Listen to this story right here. This is off the charts, and wait till you hear what Sergeant Gillis from the Henderson, Nevada Police Department says.
Good evening. A man is assaulted by Henderson police after he tried to help them, and now the city has to pay nearly $500,000. Thanks for joining us. I'm Denise Valdez.
Yeah, the city has to pay nearly $500,000. It's this enigmatic city that has to foot the bill.
Brian Loftus, 8 News Now investigator Vanessa Murphy obtained video from that incident, sat down with the victim and his lawyer. Now, we do want to warn you, it is graphic.
For Jim Herndon, it's been 6 long years since he became the victim of excessive force by Henderson police.
6 years? You're the victim of excessive force, and 6 years passed and you still haven't got justice?
That situation got out of hand and things just spiraled.
He was an assistant store manager at Sportsman's Warehouse. Officers arrive after a call about an armed shoplifter. Here, officers approach the suspect and he runs.
We had a firearm.
Herndon,
I didn't know what he would do.
a former law enforcement officer from...
Hey, the cops need my help. I'm a fellow law enforcement officer. Surely they'll recognize that I'm a good Samaritan and that I got their backs and I'm here to protect and serve them. Surely I'll get some kind of accolade, some kind of reward, maybe a pat on the back, maybe just a thank you, but I'll get something positive out of the deal.
More than 2 decades.
Just instincts from lots of years of training.
Intervenes.
I recall jumping on him.
But he never expected...
Wait a second, before I play this, I just want to get myself out of the way. I'm going to blur this, okay? You know why? Because of YouTube, but I'll put the original video in the description so you can see the whole thing, but you'll get the idea. Stay tuned for Sergeant Gillis, though.
Did what would follow.
Saw stars.
This is Sergeant Michael Gillis ramming Herndon in the head with an...
There you go. Michael Gillis's actions. And is he sorry? Is he filled with remorse? Does he offer up any kind of an apology or anything like that? Stay tuned for Michael Gillis.
And using a stun gun.
Somebody had their hands wrapped around my throat. And
It wasn't enough that I pounded his... Then I need to grab my taser and get a little electrocution action going here.
was lifting me up, so I peeled fingers off my throat. Got hit a few more times in the face.
He says he suffered multiple injuries, including a concussion, and he has permanent nerve damage and some memory loss.
What the heck? His life will never be the same again, thanks to the Henderson Police Department in Nevada. If I leave the link in the description, please don't contact them at all. They don't need you to contact them.
But there's one moment he can recall after the incident.
They kind of chuckled and said, "Hey, we must have mistaken you for the bad guy." And it was really at that moment that I was kind of like, I felt like, well, they're all standing out here getting their story straight.
He later reached out to the city of Henderson.
To even do the complaint and do the follow-up with that, I mean, they don't make it easy at all.
In 2021, attorney...
And why don't they make it easy? Are they trying to cover up for some kind of corruption going on in the department? I wonder how long it took them to release their store's own surveillance video footage after the cops got a hold of it. Because you know the cops got a hold of it. They commandeered it, they monopolized it, and they kept other people from looking at it because, man, it makes them look really bad. What do you mean you attacked the person who helped you? You've got to be kidding. Oh my God, there's going to be public outrage on that, the PR campaign representative said to himself. We got to hide that from the general public. We have no interest in transparency on that kind of thing.
Marjorie Hoff filed a lawsuit against the city, Sergeant Gillis, and 5 other officers.
It was very clear to me that, number one, the police had no plan, that they escalated the situation to a point that it did not need to escalate.
It was safer to have more people.
This is him. This is Sergeant Gillis. He's still a sergeant with the Henderson Police Department in Nevada.
Sergeant Gillis on the stand.
We would not change a thing.
No.
He testifies the incident tarnished his reputation, a claim Huff is ready for.
You had previously had excessive force complaints for punching a woman in the face.
There was questions on it, allegations, yeah.
You had allegations against you for sexually harassing women at the Starbucks where you would do your paperwork.
I think it was that wordage, but yeah.
Also for inappropriately selling weapons,
Yep.
What the?
voiding traffic tickets for friends and family,
Yes, I did that.
5 to 10 inquiries about using excessive force by Internal Affairs.
Sounds probably right.
You've been placed on leave.
What the hell is going on here? The department knows it. He's got a long and lengthy rap sheet, literally, and he's still a sergeant for the Henderson Police Department in Nevada. Sergeant Gillis, do you have any problem with your tyranny? No, none whatsoever. Can we break for lunch? I mean, what's going on here? What's the big deal? What the? This guy is bad news. The community probably knows he's bad news. The police department knows he's bad news. And yet the police department cares so little about you over there in Henderson, Nevada, that they keep a Sergeant Gillis on when the chances that he's going to abuse the public again and again and again and never stop doesn't bother them at all. Keep Sergeant Gillis on. Give him a raise. Maybe we can give him a promotion next year. Give him a nice looking plaque so that he can put it on his wall and pretend he's a good person.
With pay 4 times.
Yes, ma'am.
I gotta back this. I just gotta back this up. Look, there is no remorse in this guy's face. So what? I'm involved in corruption. Isn't every police department? Who cares? What are you making a big deal? This is mountains out of molehills here. This is what the police do. This is what we're all about. We're not here to protect and serve you. We're to harass you. And if you do something good for us and get in our way, well, I got a nice, this is a nice little hard piece of plastic at the end of my rifle for you. Back the blue? Well, I think you're a dumb arse, but hey, do whatever you're gonna do. Hey, while you're down there bleeding, could you polish my shoes for me?
Also for inappropriately selling weapons,
Yep.
voiding traffic tickets for friends and family.
Yes, I did that.
5 to 10 inquiries about using excessive force by Internal Affairs.
Sounds probably right.
God. 5 or 10 excessive force. I mean, that sounds right. I mean, it's probably more like 15 or 20 because I always stop my body cam. It's probably 50. It's probably 100. But, you know, they made us wear these body cams, but I turn mine off every so often, you know?
Placed on leave with pay 4 times.
Yes, ma'am.
What types of incidents cause an officer to be placed on leave with pay?
Yeah.
Shooting incidents where somebody dies or there's substantial bodily harm to that person.
And then
Yeah, I killed someone. What'd you do today, honey? Well, I killed a guy who's innocent. You know, he's running away. When I made my report, I just said he was an armed assailant and he was attacking me. I went ahead and killed him. Oh, what happened to you? I got paid administrative leave. I'm on a paid vacation. Let's go. Hey, honey, let's go to Disney World this year. It's on the police department, the Henderson, Nevada Police Department, whose link will be in the description. Did I mention that? Here's the Henderson Police Department right here. Link will be in the description. Oh, look at that. It's a public number for the City of Henderson Police Department over there in Nevada that employs Sergeant Gillis.
the city of Henderson must pay $450,000.
Let's get this through our thick skulls right now. It is not the city paying for it. It's the Americans, the Henderson, Nevada tax cattle paying for it. Their insurance premiums are going to go up, which is probably going to likely to make their property taxes go up. And that's because of yahoos like Sergeant Gillis. What should be happening is Sergeant Gillis should have been in jail for the last how many years? And all of his assets, including his home, his IRA, his pension, his vehicles, and every land, whatever he has, should have been liquidated and given to the guy he beat up and whoever else he beat up as he turned his body cameras off. And shows no remorse to this day for.
What stands out to you about the Henderson Police Department after handling this case?
You mean besides massive global systemic corruption? Let's see, that's a tough one.
They clearly have a culture that allowed this to happen. They had no intention of properly investigating either the incident or the internal affairs investigation. The whole thing.
That's from top to bottom. The internal affairs, the chief, all the commanding officers, all the underlings, everybody who ever saw Gillis or any one of the other Henderson Police Department employees commit crimes where if you or I did the same thing, we would be put away forever. This is systemic, top to bottom, inside out corruption for the entire department and everybody who's a part of that department. Let's be super clear about this.
It was just a big rubber stamp. We're just going to say they did the right thing.
It was never about money. It was about accountability. My only hope is that it's enough that it will make Henderson change their ways, and I worry about that.
How will it? Let's say you or I did something. Let's say I did something wrong to somebody, okay? I damaged their vehicle, or I broke a bone, or I gave them permanent nerve damage. Let's stick with that. After I, wasn't too kind to their cranial structure. And then instead of me getting in trouble, all of my neighbors in my neighborhood, men with guns go around and extort them so that they can pay off the guy that I abused. But I get to keep my job. I get a paid vacation. I probably get a promotion. I might get a write-up, but hey, I haven't missed one day of pay. How is that even fair? That sounds criminal on its face. But somehow when you're a police officer in Henderson, Nevada, hey, they let you get away with literal, according to Gillis's own words, murder.
He says the video shows the moment his life changed forever. Still difficult to watch, but he says he hopes his story may inspire others to seek accountability. Vanessa Murphy,
It won't.
8 News Now.
Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comments section below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know. Don't forget to subscribe to my email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. If you want to support the channel further, grab one of these hard-hitting conversation-starting designs you can put on a shirt, hoodie, mug, hat, cell phone case, whatever you want. Become a channel member, but more importantly, know what your rights are. Always have your camera out, always record the cops. It is up to you to bring the truth to light, and the only way you can do that is by recording with your camera, because cameras tell the truth, cops don't. I will see you in the next video.
Welcome once again to Leto's Law. Here's Steve Leto.
A good friend Tom sent me notes. Steve, checked the story out. It's from Michigan, and it is kind of interesting. It's from The Guardian, but it was widely reported. Michigan man, and of course I'm based in Michigan. Michigan man given 3 years prison for not reporting illicit drug profits. So the police say that he was running this kind of criminal enterprise. And the tax man says, you should have paid taxes on that because you made money. And your lack of paying taxes is going to send you to prison. And you might recall, of course, that's what happened to Al Capone. Al Capone was the reputed mobster back in the day, and they had a hard time getting a conviction on him for anything important. Until somebody said, well, the guy's got to be making money. Let's go take a look at his tax returns. And that's what he got locked up for. So the man must also now pay more than $3 million in restitution for a scheme in which he and an accomplice were laundering the money made from the illicit sales. Aram Salem wrote this to The Guardian. It says a Michigan man was sentenced to 3 years in prison on Monday for not reporting the millions of dollars in income he made from selling illicit drugs, according to the Department of Justice. charges against him are money laundering and obstructing the Internal Revenue Service, the U.S. government's federal tax authority. In addition to serving time in prison and another 3 years on supervised release, he was ordered by the judge presiding over the case to pay the IRS $3.3 million in restitution. IRS criminal investigation found that he sold his stuff for years to unnamed individuals who in turn paid him with funds embezzled.
Yeah.
From
First, I'm grabbing some weeds.
Referred to as Company A. Together, the man, through his own company, and this individual.
This is actually the first time I've had to come here this year.
Was a legitimate business expense. So. Usually, you talk about businesses and
finally finished off the shit that my son gave me
for the purposes of tax, but usually it's, you know, I'm going to create this company over here and it's going to buy and sell widgets. And it turns out widgets here are illegal to buy and sell. The man did not report the millions of dollars in income he received from selling the illegal narcotics on his income tax returns from 2013 to 2016, and he failed to file a return in 2017. And you know, I had a really, really smart professor in law school. His name was Professor Kniprath. The guy was a genius. There's no question. He walks into the room. He's the smartest guy in the room. And I don't care what room he's in. He was a genius. Absolute genius. And we were talking one day about something to do, and it had to do with securities law, I believe. And there was some law on the books he's describing to us. That was like one of those things you look at and go, would anybody ever break that law? Like, it's too... And he goes, guys, this is a trap for the stupid. Okay, it's a trap for the stupid. If you get caught breaking this law, you deserve to go to prison just for being stupid. So here's a guy raking in millions of dollars, and he didn't file a tax return. And you might say, but Steve, why is that big of a deal? You know, you're making a big deal out of it. Well, because he made a company.
I haven't gone inside since they kicked me out for not wearing a mask back during COVID. I've been doing the curbside ever since. I ordered it online, just pick it up.
Company that files tax returns in 13, 14, 15, 16, and then stops in 17. That will get someone's attention. The failure to file a tax return. So that's where this whole thing started to unravel. So in 2017, he and his company were audited by the IRS. So they presumably contacted him and said, hey, there's no return in 2017. We're going to come in and audit your books. So in a statement, the Justice Department said that he lied to the IRS revenue agent multiple times, including by telling the agent that 90% of the money that was paid by Company A was for legitimate work, when the true figure was 3%. His tax preparer was only informed about the deposits in just one of the bank accounts, resulting in filing tax returns that omitted the rest of the man's income. And by the way, you've got to know this too by now. I mean, what I'm about to tell you should not surprise anybody. When you deposit money into your bank account, a paper trail gets created. If you deposit large sums of money in your account, the feds get notified of it, okay? And so if you actually think I can deposit some over here and some over here, and I'll just tell them about this stuff.
Thank you. You too.
Okay, the 97% that's over here, they're probably gonna figure that out. So the man deposited some of the checks into his personal and business bank accounts and cashed the remainder, totaling approximately $5.3 million at a local liquor store. $5.3 million in checks cashed at a local liquor store. And I got to ask this question. I don't know the answer, but I'll be driving around and I'll see we call them a party store. I'll see a party store, okay? And it's like, think 7-Eleven, but it's independent. So you got a party store, and they got a sign out front that says liquor, lotto, vapes, whatever. And then it'll say checks cashed. Checks cashed. Okay. There's also businesses that cash checks. And of course, banks will cash or deposit checks as well if you have an account. The question I have is, if you take a check into a liquor store to cash it, do they take a slice? And if so, how big is the slice? And the real question I have is if the guy ran $5.3 million through this liquor store's register, what kind of cut did they get? I have to imagine they did, right? I mean, they don't do this just as a customer service, do they? Especially $5.3 million worth. And I understand the guy's not going into the $100,000 check, but this scheme appears to have been run for several years. So the Justice Department reported that the man spent millions he made by selling the stuff on purchasing $1 million worth of real estate in cash.
Yeah, it's Leto.
On personal expenses such as private flights, golfing, jewelry, gambling,
Leto.
court-ordered child support, hotels, and to purchase a
it's actually a Finnish name too.
Escalade, a Hummer, other luxury and classic
He looks a lot
cars.
like my dad did when he was younger.
Wondered, I watch a lot of American Greed with Stacy Keach narrating. I love that show. And the number of people who wind up with way too much money. They're not used to having that much money, and so they appear to have a difficult time spending it. And then they wind up and they buy like 15 luxury cars, okay? And I don't imagine they go into the Cadillac dealership and haggle over the Escalade when the man's got a pile of cash in his pocket burning a hole in it. I have to imagine that, no, the guy goes, I'll take one of those. You have that in red? Okay, and 2 of those. And just walks into a back room and starts unloading cash from a duffel bag or something. And I've always wondered what kind of a dent that would put in the sale of luxury cars if those kinds of sales went away. And I also do wonder sometimes about what kind of dealerships encounter these kinds of transactions and wonder about them. Now, I understand when a guy buys property with quote-unquote cash, he's probably not bringing out stacks of bundles of cash, like you see in a movie or something. He's probably just cutting a check and not getting a mortgage. Some people say it's a cash purchase. But I am very curious about that. When some guy comes into a dealership, he's got to take one of those, 2 of those. I'll pay a cash. If they kind of wonder what he does for a living, or they just don't ask, don't tell. So. But, like I said, man's going to jail. And they suspect he made the money doing something illegal. However, they don't care about that. Not so much. Instead, they're going, look, you made all this money, you didn't pay taxes. You didn't file a return in 2017. That's the one that really where you look at it and go, okay, that I kind of see how you got caught there. So Tom, thanks for sending it. From The Guardian, Aram Salam wrote that Michigan man given 3 years of prison for not reporting illicit drug sales. Questions or comments? Put them below. Let's talk to them.
Thank you for watching Leto's Law. Not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some come to clear your path.
Gay.
I know you needed yet another example.
Show me how at 928 Greenwood, apartment E, first human service.
Why are you harassing me? I didn't do nothing wrong. So
who's harassing you?
It feels like harassing.
Stop. Stop. You're under arrest. Okay, you're under arrest.
Welcome back to Open Government Investigations.
Why does everybody cover the same shit?
Troubling incident involving the Bountiful Police. Serious concerns about accountability within law enforcement. This revelation stems from an internal investigation by the department, which found Corporal John Jowert guilty of using excessive force during the arrest of 64-year-old Greta Jensen in December 2020.
been, man? We lost him at Walmart. He ain't been back on since.
I mean, I like it when they come out and plug their business, though, too. Complimenting nature, not sure what that is. Oh, I think the last time that me and him were out here, there was 3 young ladies in here, and they flipped out. Oh, really? Yeah, I think so. I think. I can't remember for sure. I'd have to watch the video. See it in the reflection in the mirror. There's 2 ladies down there working on the hemline. Sitting down on the floor working on her hemline on her dress. Yep. Oh, darn, I was hoping. Yeah. I was thinking maybe we'd see an accident. Yeah. Cool. Oh, the other one popped out.
Ricky banned you? How?
They're changing in those changing booths where we can't see it. And we're not in the business. We're outside in public. We can on in public. What's that? Dispatch on education. Okay, but that's what they're going to tell you. There's no point in calling the police when how is it gross? We're not looking in the fitting rooms. I told you she was coming out. No, I said I told you she was coming out. Oh, shit. There she is. She's on the phone with 911. Let's see that education happen.
Why did Ricky ban you, dirty?
Oh man, she turned away so
He banned you on X?
Her face when she gets the education. That's a bummer. Come on, turn around so I can see that.
Oh, his chat. Oh, okay. Yeah, you were spamming. Well, he probably didn't do it. I bet you his overprotected moderators did. I don't even watch his YouTube channel. I just like his tweets. I know he does like gaming and stuff.
Well, I won't get to see the education, but she's probably gonna turn around and flip me off when she gets the education. Let's see. You're under arrest. Oh, yeah. Talking to each other, so maybe they were the ones messing around. I don't know. Criminal behind us. Yeah. Possible. They crossed the street. There we go. She's getting her education. He told us how many calls he had. That's good. Right. Everybody thinks we hate conferences. We don't like that. Guys like you. We love you guys. We appreciate what we do. Oh, look, she's going to try and use his mannequin to block the window. Yeah, well, he went to go fill out some FOIA requests. It fell down. That's hilarious. That's what you said. Yeah, no, did he tell you? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's working. 5 years ago. You missed it. scared the shit out of her.
She has been educated. She was concerned.
Oh, look, here comes another mannequin. Yeah, they had the changing booths. Look, there she is with another mannequin. You're missing it. You're missing it. Oh, well, you missed it.
It's always these fine officers, man.
Oh, well, you missed it.
Oh, they'll be all right.
Oh, there's another spot here. She's got to cover this spot now.
Did they call it?
Here we go. Catch this one. She's getting another ride. She's going to scoop this one over and then put it on there. Isn't education sweet?
That's so awesome. But what about the door here? I just don't see everything.
Oh, yeah, we can't we?
I see everything.
Oh, yep, sir, sure can.
I can see everything.
Even better through the door.
Better through the door.
Oh, they must have got a call over here. They
No, he said, I think they're going to get something to drink or something. I asked him if they called. He said no.
Yeah, we can totally see better through the door. That's funny. Walk in front of you again.
No, you're fine, man.
She's so angry.
So angry.
She got her education and started barricading the window.
She's demanding these things.
Right?
I don't believe in dispatcher. I want a cop here now.
Look, you put the rack in front of the door. She's funny, man. She's grabbing all her displays.
She has to come in the morning and bring everything back.
Right? That is hilarious. Okay. I'm done. I'll let them get their dresses.
It's a reasonable question to ask, right? I thought so. I would make a good call. That was just too much of a weather.
You had too much fun.
I was just some others get caught, some others don't, right? I got a buddy.
All this music. Yeah, well, that's no fun. I gotta pause this. That's a sweet Jeep. That's a pretty nice Jeep. What? I had to go to court today. Yeah.
Over a non-fine.
Yeah.
That's how it goes, though, man. They give us up on stupid shit. And then once they get you in the court, man, they just...
You guys ready to want to know by now?
No.
Which one?
52nd, 3rd? Or 52nd, 3rd?
Is 52nd third way late?
52nd, 2 is what is Clark Street. And then there's 52nd, 4 out there by Rochester.
No, I haven't been to nobody or my thing. We were the one in Clarkston, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't go in. Some courts let you go in, some won't.
I've already tried there, so I'm about to try it again. And they have a bogus sign outside, too.
Record on the premises. Well, that's not true. I can record outside all I want.
So we went and walked around the thing and made sure to record everything, so, you know.
I think 52-1's got something like that. It just says no phones inside.
Oh, really? Really? This person did too. That's awesome. He looked like a real life Bart Simpson. I don't know. What is that? Enjoying watching the video. I don't even know who he is. Yeah, where was he even eating? Yeah, stupid reactions, yeah. It's not all, 90% of the time. Just walking, yeah. Yes.
Hello. Hello. You hear me? Hang on. Don't know which button it is. All right. Is it better? What's up? Why?
I think that would be more delightful than Josh.
Well, good thing some of it you can just pull out and it doesn't hurt you.
He just called me.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, wanted to do admissions and wanted to know admissions and discharges, which I already told him because he was there pretty much all day.
I was there?
Yeah, of course he was. And so then he's unhappy, right? Because we only have 7 admissions, which would have been nice because we only had 2 scheduled discharges, but there were 4 AMAs today, which I can do nothing about.
Yeah.
I get him there,
So you still netted 1.
Yeah, I know, right? So he's like, well, Nick and Ryan got to make sure they answer the phones tonight. I said, Ryan doesn't work tonight. He works in the day with me. And he said, so who works tonight? I said, Nick. He said, Nick, so Nick is the only one? I said, yes. 2 in the day, 1 at night. Told him this a million times. He's like, well, just make sure we don't miss any phone calls tonight. I said, I will have Nick try his best. And what's funny is Hope Valley, they had Hope Valley, a guy from Hope Valley, the owner or whatever, in today. And I happened to walk in Corey's office while they was in there because I had to ask Corey something. And so Jeff decides to pick the Hope Valley guy's brain, right? And asked him, well, how do you guys do admissions? How do you guys do it? Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, well, they call in, we press 1 for admissions or 2 for the facility, blah, blah, blah. And I believe Hope Valley's only 1 facility, mind you.
Yeah.
I'd have to look it up, but I'm not sure. And he's like, so then it brings to the admissions people. And basically, long story short, he breaks it down to, it rings to the admissions people. Then if they don't answer, it rings to the director of admissions. And if she doesn't answer, it rings to somebody else. And then it does that on a loop, only seconds. And if nobody answers, then it goes to a receptionist. And Josh is like, well, how many do you have on? How many coordinators do you have? Not including the director. And I said, not including the director of admissions because she's not even in the initial loop.
Right.
3 on Mondays and Fridays, and 2 on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. He didn't even say nothing about the weekend. And I was like, I'm glad he asked you that. I didn't say that out loud, but in my head, I'm like,
Next time he says some shit, though, you're like, remember what he said? How many facilities do they have? You better look that up before you bring it up, though.
I will, yeah, because it might backfire.
He'd be like, 8. I'm like, shit.
Yeah, fuck. Let's make sure we don't miss any calls tonight. Okay. So, do you hear yourself at all? But he's at the facility today, talking about the landscaping and putting in, doing the landscape for sand volleyball, putt, all this other shit. But can't hire me a fucking admissions coordinator.
You can't hire me out full time.
Right. Fine. Totally fine.
Yeah. I stopped by Loom and got some papers and stuff.
Yeah.
Finally got some weeds for the first purchase of weeds since fucking Trey gave me that stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't bought anything since then. That was before Christmas. Oh. All right, babes. I just grabbed what I'm wearing out of the dryer. I don't know if you can just fluff it and just you don't have to hang anything up for me, but just maybe just lay it out for me on the couch, on the chair if you get time. If not, I'll do it when I get home. No big deal.
Yeah.
I know you're tired. You know what? I didn't see. I'm questioning whether or not it's even in the machine because I didn't see any extra water, and I ran that twice.
What?
That load.
You said what? You cut out for a
I said
second.
I'm not even sure that leak is coming from the machine anymore.
Yeah. That's what I said. It wasn't leaking for a while, and then all of a sudden, like, I didn't run any and then all was so I fucking know where it's coming from.
All right.
But you wanna?
I'm gonna do a load tonight. I'm gonna do a load tonight, and I'm gonna wash that wet rug or wet towel and stuff like that, and put down some fresh ones, and let's see if we can see where it's coming from that. So just leave that stuff. That's mostly your stuff that's on the floor there, and I'll get a load going of that stuff. All right.
Yeah. Before I let you go, can I tell you my final straw today?
What's that?
When I was so we had like 4 or 5 whatever website submissions that I didn't get to, and I was like, man, I gotta do these. So I started calling on them, and so the first one I called, I thought it was a female name. It was like Taryn or something. I guess could be a dude or whatever.
Yeah, you never know these days.
It came at like 3 a.m, and I called it some like fucking N-word answers, and
I'm streaming, by the way. Go ahead.
Huh?
I'm streaming, by the way, but go ahead.
I just kind of stopped myself. And I was like, hi, this is Courtney from Legends Recovery Center, and he said, man, don't be calling this number if you ain't trying to suck dick. I said, okay.
Don't worry, I won't be calling you back.
I wish I would have had the energy in me, you know. I just didn't.
And I kind of wish it would have been recorded, because if you called him, it probably wasn't recorded.
Yeah. Right. And I just walked over to Corey's office and I said, I am curious, and I told them what happened, and I said, I'm curious what the final straw is going to be one day. I'm so curious, because I said it's going to be something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, he wants help. He wants help so bad. But you gotta suck that dick first.
Yeah. Could have been like, well, do you have insurance? What kind of insurance do you have?
I might be able to get somebody for you.
Do you have an Aetna policy?
No, I got that Anthem. All right, baby, I love you.
All right.
Just only let it ring once to you, and then just check culture once in a while. Fuck what team says. You have no control over teams, so. All right.
I know. All right.
I love you. Have a good night.
Love you.
Bye.
You too. Bye.
What's up, Dirty? No, I don't think it's a clog or anything. Maybe it is something on the drain, but I did extra rinse and everything. It's not leaking anymore, but we're getting water from behind our machine somewhere. I'm not sure if it's the pipes in the wall and it's seeping through or what's going on. But yeah. ABNFF. I'm getting ready to kill this one. It's yellow. I'll check it out. It's like a washer degreaser, or is it made for washers? Here, let me turn the camera on. It's like a washer degreaser. All right, thanks. ABNFF, I just had it for the drive. I might be back on tonight. If not, probably tomorrow. Thanks for dropping in, though. I could really use the likes and stuff. And I'm losing subs on both channels. I think YouTube's just doing a purge because the normal people are always here. But thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for keeping me safe, y'all. You got to listen to the wife bitch on her way home from work. Later.